Late-week market moves looked like a soap opera. On Friday, AMD shares fell about 2.9% while Intel slipped 1.1% after midweek chatter that AMD might route some manufacturing to Intel's Foundry. That kind of headline is the sort of thing that makes traders rotate positions fast. Then Semi-Accurate, the industry watchdog that specializes in tearing apart chip rumor threads, published a blunt rebuttal. Semi-Accurate's reporting said there is no agreement and described the speculation as baseless. Their source checks suggested the story was overblown. That correction appears to have trimmed the rumor's momentum and left some traders rethinking quick trades. Imagine two rival bakers whispering about swapping ovens. The market smells a cinnamon roll collaboration and rushes to buy tickets. Then the gossip columnist yells, "Fake news!" And half the crowd leaves the bakery, cinnamon roll in hand, looking confused. Why the rumor mattered. A foundry deal between AMD and Intel would be seismic because Intel's foundry business is trying to grow while AMD traditionally outsources to third-party foundries, primarily TSMC. A customer relationship would be not only commercially meaningful, it would also signal a new kind of competition in a cutthroat industry. That's why the rumor moved prices. It was potential supply chain strategy news and a reminder that fabs and capacity matter. Reuters and several market outlets picked up the original semaphore report that started the conversation. But rumors are fragile things. When market players don't see hard confirmation, volatility follows. The underlying reality, EPYC adoption, is growing. Beyond the headline noise, the steady drumbeat for AMD remains EPYC adoption. Multiple market write-ups and analyst notes in 2025 tracked growing EPYC footprints at the largest hyperscalers, and AMD's partnership announcements with cloud and channel players kept reinforcing the story. Put simply, big cloud providers are putting more EPYC instances into their catalogs, which translates into predictable multi-year revenue streams for AMD if the trend holds. If the cloud were a highway, EPYC is the reliable truck that keeps showing up with the same load each week. That repeat business matters more than one-off flashy deliveries. Instinct accelerators, the other fast engine. EPYC pays the rent for general compute. Instinct accelerators drive the AI party. Reports from data center industry press, earnings calls, and vendor notices show strong demand for AMD's Instinct MI-class parts, MI300 family and successors, and AMD management has publicly discussed steep ramps and large customer consumption in the AI stack. That's a major reason investors still cheer AMD's AI exposure even as the rumor drama unfolds. Picture a kitchen where EPYC is the sous chef keeping the line moving, and Instinct is the high-speed blender the head chef uses for the most complex recipes. You need both to run a Michelin-level AI diner. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. Competition, the old and new challengers. Reality check. AMD's growth is happening inside a very crowded arena. NVIDIA owns a massive lead in AI accelerators and has a software ecosystem with powerful developer lock-in, think CUDA. Intel has scale, legacy customer relationships, and government backing for domestic manufacturing. Both rivals matter, NVIDIA for accelerators and software, Intel for CPUs and, potentially, foundry capacity if any cooperation materialized. So while EPYC and Instinct are real drivers, AMD faces steep, well-funded rivals on multiple fronts. The market snapshot I use for projections. Before we jump to the 10-year projection, here are the numbers. Current price, early October 2025, roughly $164 to $165 per share. Shares outstanding, 1.62 billion. Trailing 12-month revenue, about $29.6 billion TTM. Context. Recent quarterly sales show strong data center growth and MI series demand despite some export-related write-downs earlier in 2025. I'll be explicit, projections are not facts. They're scenarios built from assumptions. 10-year price projection, method and scenarios. Method, start with today's TTM revenue, $29.6 billion. Apply 3 revenue growth scenarios, bull/base, for 10 years, assume reasonable long-run net margins under each scenario, and apply a plausible PE multiple to convert future earnings into market cap. Divide by shares outstanding to get a per-share price. This is simple, transparent, and easy to tweak. 3 scenarios. Bull case. AI plus cloud domination. Revenue CAGR, 20% plus per year for 10 years to large scale. Net margin, 15% plus. AMD becomes a higher margin platform company. PE 30, premium multiple for platform winners. Result: price is almost equal to $508 plus per share. Base case. Solid growth, competition stays tough. Revenue CAGR, 12% per year. Net margin, 10%. PE 20. Result: price is almost equal to $113 per share. Interpretation: the bull case puts AMD at roughly 3 times its current price. The base case actually yields a lower price than today, because the base scenario assumes modest margins and a mid-cycle multiple. Why the gap is so wide? 3 levers matter. 3 variables drive long-term equity outcomes. Growth, revenue CAGR. AI workloads could push growth to double digits for a long time, or cool off if hyperscalers internalize more silicon work. This is the number 1 swing factor. Margins. If AMD captures more high-margin system sales and pricing power on Instinct accelerators, margins expand. If it's forced into price wars, margins shrink. Valuation multiple. Market sentiment about AI winners can create very high multiples, as we've seen, but multiples can compress fast. Growth is how fast the garden grows. Margin is how tasty the fruit. The multiple is how many diners want to buy the orchard. All 3 are necessary for a big payday. If you're bullish, focus on execution signals, enterprise EPYC instance wins, multi-quarter MI family order growth, and improving software/stack adoption that lowers migration friction. Those are the signals that move the bull needle. If you're cautious, watch for supply chain or export restriction headlines. They bite margins, and track hyperscalers' disclosure of instance types and procurement volumes. Don't be fooled by rumor noise. Semi-accurate style follow-ups often matter more than initial scoops. Position sizing and time horizon. Given the wide range of plausible outcomes, only allocate capital you can comfortably hold through 10-year volatility. Note this as well. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, "Who then can be saved?" But Jesus beheld them, and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all, and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Jesus said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, in the regeneration when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Matthew 19:25-30. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.